YouTube, family, friends, and subscribers. I'm trying to get the shop cleaned up enough for a real sensitive project. I'm going to be rebuilding the Stanodyne injector pump for this old Ford diesel. And I need to have a super clean place and no other projects pressing me. And I know this is firewood season, so I've got to at least service the saws and get them ready, because I won't be able to. I don't know how long it's going to take me to do this injector pump, but I'd like to do a good job on it. Sunlight comes in through this window so intense, when the sun hits my eyes, I begin to lose my vision. It's optical neuropathy. So I put these temporary blinds up here to get the glare down so I can have depth of perception when I'm working. So that's the kind of thing I'm doing today, is just tidying up some of these small projects, getting them out of the way so I can get this thing back on the road. So I thought I'd mention something that I've learned about chainsaws. And again, this is not a how-to video. This is just how I do it. And some folks may say you're dumb, and that's okay. I probably am. But you'll notice on the rails on a bar, it's difficult to see with this camera, depending on where it focuses, but the chain cuts a groove in the bar, and there's a wire edge on each side. And the closer to the sprocket, the greater the wire edge, and that wire edge goes all the way down. And if your bar is not cutting straight when you buck a log, if the teeth have all the rakers filed down the same, and all the teeth are the same angle and about the same length, and it's still cutting a curveball, what happens is that the chisel of the tooth is tipped, because one side of your bar is higher than the other. Most people send these bars out to have them reground, and a saw shop just chucks them up on a machine and it just grinds a new flat surface on both sides of the bar. Another thing you can do, if you're out in the field and it starts to happen, you can flip your bar over and get a little more miles out of it before you have to have your bar ground. But I'm going to show you how to do this with a millbasterd file. This is a Nicholson millbasterd. Instead of filing like this, you'd never get it flat. What you do is you hold it at a slight angle, and you pull it down like you're, same way you do the flat on an octagon barrel black powder rifle. And it just pulls little curls off like it was little shavings. That way you can hold it flat. It's at maybe that much of an angle, 12, 15 degrees. You can tell when you get the right angle, you'll feel it pull instead of just skating across the top, because these bars are really hard. It's going to take a good, hard, fresh millbasterd. And that's got that bar. You can see it now. Lighting's not real good. But that bar is flat. The wire edge has been taken off. And again, not by going like this, but holding it at an angle and pulling it straight and flat. And it pulls little curls off Probably don't come out in the camera, but you can see the little curls in daylight anyway. I think I can get a focus. This part was really bad and grooved really deeply. And now it's flat. And if it's not flat, you can't buck a log straight. Again, if you're cutting curveballs and your chain looks right, your rakers are the same depth, your teeth are the right angle and the same length, and you're still cutting a curve, check your bars and see if your bars are parallel one to another. Again, if like one side is higher than the other side, it'll tip the tooth, and then you're cutting crazy. So I hope that helps you folks. Again, it's not a how-to, it's just how I do it. You know, I don't have time to run to town and have them spend $30 to $60 to grind the rails. Have a blessed day.